Hi everyone, it's Martha here with marthahanson.com, and in this video I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about what full spectrum healing is and what you would maybe expect when you do kind of a session or a series with me. So first, to give you just a little bit of background, I was trained at the Reese Thomas Institute of Energy Medicine up in the Boston area in Massachusetts. It's a third generation Barbara Brennan school. So the style of energy medicine is through the Barbara Brennan lineage. My teacher studied with someone who studied with Barbara Brennan. And a lot of my training didn't include just the energy medicine work. It included the Reese Method life purpose profiles, that the way that we interact with and learn our energy systems is to help us kind of learn how to be who we're here in the world to be, that we're all designed to kind of run energy in a particular way to bring a certain kind of energy into the planet, and we all have different ways that we express that energy. But both my training and kind of my passion with using the energy medicine work is really to support that deeper opening to who we authentically really are. So full spectrum healing is based off the rainbow. It's a chakra healing system. If you were to come and do a session or a series with me, it would go something like this. So I actually recommend that you do at least a 4-session series if you've never had energy work of this sort with me before. We can always start with 1 session, but the awareness and they kind of build on each other. So there's a lot that we can do in even just a 4-series session. Once you've done at least 4, then doing 1 here and there, kind of just as like self-care and a revamp, can be super great. But you could just come do one and try it out once you kind of get a sense of maybe what you're wanting to have, like shift or change. So you're going to fill out an intake form. You're going to give me some information about yourself. You're going to kind of identify the area that you'd like support around, or a few areas you like support around. And then we're actually going to start by sort of bringing consciousness to that, right? So we're going to talk about it some. I'm going to ask some questions. We're going to get clearer about it. There's going to be a certain amount of sort of intuitive coaching. We might talk about where you're going related to our energy and kind of our profiles, how we're supposed to be in the world. Really depends on the person. And then we're going to have this conversation, and then when we reach an appropriate point in the conversation, we're going to pause, we're going to turn it over, and I'm going to put you on the table, and I'm going to offer you a healing. If we're doing it virtually, you would lie down separately from me. We could do this all over video or the phone, and they're just as equally effective both ways. So you'd lie down, and then I would offer a particular healing to support everything that we've just been talking about and what you've identified you're really wanting to kind of up the needle on, open more into in your life, expand on it. After the healing, we will connect again. Sometimes we have very little conversation after the healing. Sometimes more of the conversation happens after. It kind of depends on what your experience is and where you're at. In general, it takes anywhere between 60 and 90 minutes for an energy medicine session to happen, and some of that is based off of what you need, and based off of like the healing work that we do. So what I really love about full spectrum healing, and what I find super effective about it, is that just the healing itself are really powerful. So I could not do all the talking stuff. We could not do the consciousness part. We could not do the part where we kind of get clear on your goals and what you want to change. And I could just literally offer you a healing. We could just do the energy medicine. And the energy medicine is powerful and is transformative and is great. We could not do the energy medicine, and we could just do kind of the coaching and the consciousness bringing and the talking and the awareness of ourselves and where we want to go. And that would be transformational. But what I find when we combine them together is they support one another. So it speeds up the process, or it helps the process integrate more smoothly, where we bring something to consciousness in our mind, and then we anchor it into our bodies, right? And we anchor into our body with an actual energy medicine practice. And there's often some there might be some homework or tips or tricks or things that I'll ask you to be paying attention to between now and your next session. And I have literally seen people's lives change over the series of an 8-course session. Like at the beginning, it's like 2 months. We meet once, every week for 8 weeks. And that at the beginning, they've identified like 3 or 4 things in their life that they wish to be different. That a lot of those things are things they've been working on for a really long time. And at the end of our 8 series sessions, they can look at their life and all 3 of those things they've either accomplished or the energy is moving there in a way that they never have before, and it kind of feels like magic. So that's just a little bit about full spectrum healing, about my background, about how it kind of works together. If you haven't already checked out my website, marthahanson.com, please do. You'll notice that through September 15th of 2020, I'm doing 30% off all of my services. That includes single sessions, 4-session packages, and 8-session packages. Until the slots are filled, I'm also offering 2 50% off 4-series packages for my full spectrum healing. Send me a message, let me know if you're interested in that 50%, if you have any more questions or comments, and I'm super happy and excited to be here sharing the things that have just made a huge difference in my life. Thanks so much for taking the time to listen to me, tell you a little bit about full spectrum healing, and I'd love your questions or comments, and hope to possibly see some of you, on the table virtually or non-virtually as time goes on. Much love. Thanks.